The third habit for taking responsibility is practicing the idea of getting used to saying, you were right, I was wrong. One of the things I often challenge my classes to do is we often meet on 2 days a week, and I'll say, okay, on the first day of some week we're talking, I'll say, you have 48 hours till class meets again. What I want you to do is find another human being sometime in the next 48 hours where you have to say to them, you were right, I was wrong. Don't manufacture a situation. You don't get to say it to your dog or anything like that, but say it to another human being. And everybody kind of laughs at that and says, fine. We come back 48 hours later and people are like, oh my gosh. And it takes us 20 minutes to unpack all that's gone on just by learning to say, you were right, I was wrong. This is something that my wife and I picked up years and years ago when we were first married, and we just decided that that was something that we were going to regularly say to each other. That when we would find out that we would be part way through an argument or some kind of discussion, and we'd recognize, wait a second, what's happened here is you were right, I was wrong. Just saying that. And so we got used to saying it. And the odd thing that happened is our children grew up hearing their parents saying, you were right, I was wrong. And they thought that's how normal people talked. So my daughter gets to be 12, 15 years old, teenager, and she's perfectly comfortable saying to her parents, you were right, I was wrong, without any sense of losing face or anything like that, because she had heard it practiced so often. If you are in a workplace or you're in a family where there's a lot of tension, being able to practice saying, you were right, I was wrong, is a great way to drop the tension. And you don't have to tell anybody else that they need to do it. If you start saying that on a regular basis with exactly those terms, not some kind of euphemism, not some kind of way that they're supposed to figure out, but if you just simply say on a regular basis, you were right, I was wrong, what will happen is other people around you will pick it up and it will become a regular phrase. You can be the lowest person on a totem pole in a room, but if you regularly practice that, other people in the room will pick it up. You don't have to have the authority to tell anyone what to do. It's the power of being able to say, you were right, I was wrong.